SB1. Clerk, read the bill.
Senate Bill 1, Criminal Law, Wearing, Carrying, or Transporting Firearms Restrictions, Gun Safety Act of 2023.
Recognize
Number one.
All of my questions have been answered.
Okay. Okay. Gentleman from St. Mary's.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I got an amendment at the desk. Amendment number 363824/1.
Amendment number 1.
So be considered reading of that amendment.
So ordered.
So this is an easy one, ladies and gentlemen. If you pull out your bill, on page 5, line 17, we're striking the word alcohol from this bill. You might be like, well, why are they doing that? Because the way this bill is written currently, if you have a concealed carry permit, you can't go to a restaurant, a bar, a pool hall, a bowling alley, a movie theater. You can't go and carry anywhere that serves alcohol. And look, I appreciate the floor leader's remarks when we debated this on Friday or Saturday, that things get chaotic when people drink alcohol. But you also have to consider that we're talking about the good guys in this situation. This bill that we have in front of us limits people with a concealed carry license. These people have been background checked not once, not twice, but 3 times. They've received a considerable amount of training from the state. They've been fingerprinted. These are the good guys in this situation. And much like the floor leader was telling us about an amendment that the minority party had on Saturday about cannabis, where we were trying to make it illegal to smoke cannabis in your car. He reminded the body that, well, that's already illegal. Well, it's already illegal to be intoxicated while you're carrying a weapon. So it's no need to call this out in the bill, because all you're doing is preventing people. And I agree with the majority, or the bill drafter, the sponsor, that things may get chaotic if alcohol is involved. But this only regulates the people, they're the good guys. And I just had a friend of mine this weekend really kind of call out why this amendment is so important. She reminded me of a situation that happened to her 15, 20 years ago when she went out to dinner with some friends. They went out to dinner to a restaurant, had a couple drinks, a couple girls out for, the night. They were approached by a guy that was flirting with them and stuff, talked to them and stuff. Well, they go to leave the restaurant. The guy follows her out to her car. She tries to let him down easy, tells him that she's married and stuff, and she's kind of feeling kind of uncomfortable. He walks her all the way to her car. She felt so uncomfortable that she opened up the car door and tried to put the door in between her and the guy. Finally, it was just so uncomfortable. She's like, well, hey, have a good night. I'm leaving. She jumps in her car to leave. She goes to slam the door. The guy grabs the top of the door and pulls it back open. Then works his way around the door and gets into the car on top of her, and grabs her. She reaches across the seat into her purse and pulls out a firearm and points it at her. The guy immediately backs off. She drives away. She calls the police. Nothing much happened from it after that. That gun saved her from being assaulted. Maybe saved her from being raped. Maybe saved her life that night. See, this is when we get into these big debates here about guns, why the minority party holds this so close to our heart. You have an inalienable right under God to defend yourself. And that defense of yourself shouldn't be limited to your size. A firearm levels the playing field for those that are weaker, smaller, against a stronger attacker. So this is a common sense amendment in my opinion. And look, it's just this easy. A green vote supports the woman defending herself, and a red vote supports the attacker doing her harm. Just that simple. Move the amendment, Madam Speaker.
Committee Chair.
I'd ask the body to resist the amendment. We discussed a similar amendment in the committee. As was mentioned, it is already illegal to be under the influence of alcohol or any other controlled dangerous substance and be in possession of a wear and carried firearm. And for those reasons, Madam Speaker, I'd ask the body to resist.
Gentleman from Anne Arundel.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise in support of the amendment. It's not current law now. If you have a concealed carry, you can go into a restaurant, a marina, a liquor store now. It's not current law now. So why are we trying to set this new precedent? The training is there. We set the standard. We set the training. And these people are licensed, certified, background checked, fingerprinted. The training has been set by us. And, we don't have a problem with it now. It's not current law now. Why are we adding this to the law? So I rise in support of the amendment. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Is there any further debate?
Yes, Madam Speaker.
Gentlelady from Hartford.
I stand in support of this amendment as well. As you know, I've been actually a victim of 2 assaults, one as a juvenile, so it would not matter, but 2 as an adult. My room was violated, and someone was standing over me, and also I've been attacked, like on the street. And I believe that this amendment would protect me in having my Second Amendment rights preserved. And I am very happy that I was able to get my carry permit just recently. It cost me money. It cost me time. It cost me education. It cost me, time in the shooting, because I'm not a hunter, but yet, I went through the process and figured out how to do it to protect myself and for self-insurance. And if you're ever a victim and you go through anything like that to where you're attacked or you're raped or whatever, it changes you for years, not just overnight, but it changes you. And you literally are scared. So does this cause mental effect on how you feel and how you respond to things? Yes. And it is a security to know that the law protects us now, that we can go out and we can protect ourselves if this situation would happen again. And lo and behold, nobody that is a licensed gun holder would ever want to ever shoot anybody, kill anybody. But we've been trained and we've gone through the process that if our lives are actually in jeopardy, that we do have a response now, a recourse, something that gives you a little bit of peace of mind. So I support this amendment wholeheartedly, and it does give you, a sense of comfort. Not that we would ever have to use it, God forbid, we never do. But it affects you mentally. It affects your mind, insecurity. Just like we have other bills on the floor, and already this year that we're saying that, the state of mind is very important. Well, this is one of those where the state of mind is extremely important. I didn't walk from here to the hotel for 2 years by myself. That's how it does affect you. And it does give you that peace of mind. And, God forbid, you would never want to use it. And that's what license holders actually realize. We're not here to be criminals and point your gun to anybody and everybody, but it's only if your life is in jeopardy. So I do stand in support of this bill because I do respect my Second Amendment, and I respect, to be here tomorrow if something would come, someone would approach me, and my life would be in jeopardy again. So thank you, Madam Speaker.
Any further debate? On the amendment, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? No. Roll call.
Madam Speaker.
Has everyone recorded the vote? Does anyone care to change their vote? If not, the clerk will take the call. The amendment fails.